Hello beautiful people, mambo vipi? Sak pause, my people from Haiti, Tout Mount, that is what I can say. It's called What's Up my people, what's up everyone. Karibuni kwenye podcast, Project Trinity, Tuko live, ready to share stories of growth and inspiration. I'm glad today I'm your moderator, Nancy Chebet. Today being Tuesday, 17th, 2025. We have a very special session with our incredible ladies guests. One of them is called Mercy. The other one is called Betty, Milka, and Sophony from Haiti. And our topic today is Women on the Rise, Stories of Growth, Resilience, and Purpose. We will hear about their journey, challenges, lessons, and the wisdom they want to share with all of us. So before we dive in, I want to take this moment to introduce our fantastic Project Trinity team behind the scenes who make this podcast very possible. So thank you for everyone for your hard work, creativity, dedication, and we couldn't do this without you. So allow me to directly go to my today's guest, and one of them is Mercy. So Mercy, could you please start us off? Please introduce yourself, and I'm sorry, just give me some minutes. Yes, please, Mercy, introduce yourself to our listeners. Tell us who you are and what you are currently passionate about in this session of your life. So thank you, Mercy.
Okay, thank you so much, Nancy. My name is Mercy Jepto, a Project Trinity associate, and I'm really happy to be here. I'm someone who is still learning and growing in life, and I'm okay with that. In this session, I'm passionate about doing meaningful work, growing as a person, and being part of this make a real difference in people's life. That's one of the reasons I connect too much with Project Trinity. Through Project Trinity, I've learned that change doesn't always have to be big or loud. Sometimes it's about showing up, supporting others, and building communities step by step, especially for young people. That really matters for me. Right now, I'm also very focused on mental well being and staying true to myself. Life can come with a lot of pressure from society, family, and even ourselves. And I'm learning that it's okay to move at my own pace and not compare my journey with others. So, in this session of my life, I'm choosing growth, purpose, and impact. I'm grateful to be part of Project Trinity and conservations like this that always tell us to be real, honest, and hopeful. Thank you, Nancy.
Good afternoon from the eastern part of the world, and good morning to the western part of the world. So, welcome to our today's podcast. My name is Betty Chebet, and I'm passionate about empowering communities through digital skills and education. I love creating solutions that make a positive impact and inspire growth. I can describe myself as someone who works at the intersection of research, digital skills, and community impact. And on other days, as someone who just really believes people deserve better opportunities, no matter where they come from. Currently, as I'm involved in Project Trinity, which is honestly the kind of work that can keep you awake the whole night, but in a good way, not in a bad way. So, on the same note, I'm so excited about this. And what excites me most is seeing people happy with the impact I am making and the impact I am part of. So, throughout the session, we are going to share more insights. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Betty, and thank you to our first guest, that is Mercy. That was really amazing, and I just love how clearly you can explain yourself and what you are passionate about. And to Betty, that is really exciting, Betty. I can feel your energy and how much you care about what you do. So back to our third guest, that is Milka. Thank you, Milka, and welcome. You can introduce yourself. Please tell us a bit about yourself and what you currently focusing on or what you are working towards. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good morning and good afternoon. My name is Milka. I work in progress, someone who is constantly learning and becoming. I won't say I have everything I figured out, and honestly, I've made peace with that. Kwa sasa, I'm in a session of alignment, not rushing, not combating, just aligning my values, my dreams, and my actions. There was a time I thought life has to look a certain way, but certainly age, lakini life imenifundisha mingi sana. Being part of space like Project Trinity has reinforced this for that growth doesn't need pressure to be valid. When people are given safe, supportive environment, they grow of their own pace, and that matters. Right now, I'm focusing on a personal growth, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I'm learning to listen to myself more kuliko kelele za nje. I'm also working towards building a life that feels meaningful, not just impressive to people. Thank you.
Milka, since that is really incredible. And I just love it the way you bring in Swahili a bit. And I love it the way you bring Swahili kidogo inside, how you explain yourself. That is really so amazing. And thank you so much, Milka. That shows some a real passionate, like who you are by telling us, by explaining it in Swahili and English. So back to you, Mercy. If you had to describe yourself using just 3 words, what could they be and what did you choose? You can tell us why you chose them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nancy. If I had to describe myself using just 3 words, I would say resilience, international, and community minded. I say resilience because life hasn't always gone as planned for me. There have been moments of pressure, doubts, and anxiety, but I've learned how to keep moving forward, even when things feel heavy. I've learned that strength doesn't always mean pushing hard. Sometimes it means being patient with yourself. I choose international because in this session of my life, I'm learning to make choice on purpose. I think a lot of about where I put my time and energy. Being connected to Project Trinity has really sharpened this for me because the work reminded me that impacts from consistency, value, and showing up, not just rushing or trying to impress people. And I choose community minded because I truly believe we grow better together. Project Trinity has shown me how powerful community is, how supporting one another, sharing opportunities, and uplifting others can create real change. I care deeply about people and about being part of something that help others grow. So, those 3 words describe me. I am right now and the value that guide me in this session of my life. So, Project Trinity to the world.
Hey, Mercy. That is really amazing. I really love it. You just described yourself in 3 good words. And these 3 words really show who you are. I'm really excited about your Mercy. This is really good. So back to our Mercy, our Betty, our guest. Betty, what 3 words could you use to describe yourself and what do these words say about you?
You know, trying to summarize myself into 3 words is really difficult because, you know, I know I have more values than those 3 words. But basically, because you have asked 3 words, I can say I am someone who is curious, resilient, and optimistic. And you can ask me why I chose to describe myself using these 3 words. So I've decided to describe myself as curious because I always ask a lot of questions, sometimes too many. It can even be like someone feels like it is too much. But this is because I'm trying to learn new things. You know, in life, as you move forward, every day comes with new things. And when you want to learn, you want to get a new skill or you want to learn a new thing, you have to ask a question so that you can be answered. So that is me. Curiosity always kills me. Then I can describe myself as resilient because life has tried me and I'm still standing. You know, right now at my age, since childhood to this age, um, life has been there has been a lot. You know, balancing work, friends, uh, parenting, like sometimes even joblessness back ago. So balancing all these things, and you can still stand, because sometimes you'll find that you can reach a point where you can say, no more need for this life. Why should I suffer? And I can just cut a story short by ending my life. But because of that, of this resilience, you will find out that you will still stand when you are strong. So I'm resilient because of whatever I've passed through, and I'm still standing. So yeah, I am. Then I can describe myself as optimistic, because as much as we go through a lot in life, no matter the challenges, no matter whatever, like basically in my community, as women, we are somehow underrated before Project Trinity. Project Trinity has now come to bring equality. But before even Project Trinity was there was that sense of, I can say, male chauvinism. Women were being underrated, and we were not given equal positions. We were not given, but I remain optimistic by fighting even with others in the society and trying to become someone better. So basically, throughout my life, I always find the positive side of a thing. I can use that male chauvinism to find an opportunity. And that's why I am here. So thank you from Project Trinity for bringing equality, especially at in this place, West Pokot, Kenya. Thank you.
That is really amazing, Betty. You just describe yourself in three words. First, you say that you are very optimistic, and that is one thing that everyone is aspiring to get in life. And you also mentioned something about balancing life, like you are a parent. Yeah, there's working, there's doing this and this. Balancing life as a parent, as you working, it's really tough, Betty. And those three words really make it easy to understand your personality. I just love it, Betty, and I really appreciate. Thank you so much. So back to our third guest, that is Milka. So Milka, I want you to, in three words, just like I asked the other, how would you describe yourself and what the story behind those words? You can just explain a bit about it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nancy. If I have to choose three words that describe me, I'll choose resilience, international, and hopeful. I choose resilient because life hasn't been soft with me. Kumekuwa na seasons where I felt stuck, confused, and tired. There were moments where I questioned my worth, my direction, even my abilities. But I'm still here. I may not have everything, but I didn't quit. And that resilience is something I see reflected a lot in the Project Trinity community. And secondly, I choose international because at some point I realized moving without intention, intentional, moving without intention only leads to exhaustion. Nilikuwa nafanya vitu na please others, to meet expectation, to fit in. Now I choose with purpose, even if it means disappointing people. Alafu ya mwisho, it's being hopeful. Because despite everything, bado naamini hope doesn't mean everything. It's perfect. It means trusting that even this struggle is shaping something good. Okay.
Wow, wow, wow. Milka Titika. That is really amazing. You describing yourself in three words. I even got confused. Yeah, like you just say that you used to do things to please people, and now you've realized whom you are. I just love it, Milka. Thank you so much, Milka. I have nothing to say more about it. So let's move into our personal journey and growth in just a few minutes. Let me start with our first guest, that is Mercy. So, Mercy, looking back to your journey so far, from where you've come from, what has been defining what has been a defining moment that significantly shaped the person you are today? Just take your time to explain a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure, Nancy. When I look back at my journey, I would say there was no big dramatic moment. It was more a session of my life that really shaped me. A time when things doesn't go the way I had planned. I had expectations for myself, and when they didn't happen on time, I felt confused and even questioned myself. I remember feeling like I was behind compared to others. That season taught me patience and humility. Is is It taught me that sometimes life slow you down so you can grow in ways you don't expect. Being connected with Project Trinity during this time also play a big role in shaping my own ways. Seeing the work being done, supporting communities, creating opportunities, and focusing on long-term impact helped me understand that real changes takes time. It reminded me that progress doesn't always happen fast, but it is still meaningful. That experience changes how I see successes. I stopped focusing on speed and starting valuing purpose, consistently, and growth. It taught me to trust my journey and to keep showing up in when things feel uncertain. So that season, together with my experience at Project Trinity, really sharpened me into someone who values patience, purpose, and people.
Wow, Mercy, thank you so much, Mercy. When you talk about your life back before joining Project Trinity, I think it is a touching story that everyone has a story to tell. Even if I'll have to ask another associate of the one we are working together. Everyone could tell how life back was tough, and if you can compare your life back and now, life really has taught someone how to be strong. And I think Project Trinity has shaped us, all of us, and it has given us the direction of, like, this is how we need to go, all of us. So Mercy, that is really powerful, Mercy, and I can see how that moment changed you for the better. And I just want to tell you that there is hope in Project Trinity, and that just have hope and focus on what you're doing, and you will see the best results out of it. So, and now let me go back to Betty. Betty, can you share a major challenge? Let's talk about challenge now. A challenge that you have faced in your life or work, and how that experience changed or strengthened you. I know that every one of us has a challenge, be it, and every challenge is a negative. So Betty, can you please share that one major challenge that you faced in your life?
Okay, thank you for that, Nancy. Oh, I can say one major challenge I've ever faced is maybe navigating through spaces where opportunities were limited and resources are stretched, and the expectations are, let's say, very realistic. For instance, there is a time I applied for a job somewhere, and I was called for an interview, but the place is you can't drive to the place. You have to walk because there is no road that reaches there. You see, so me thinking about all the, like, going through that way, like it is the wilderness, so there are animals, They are like, that fear. And sometimes they say women are not allowed to pass through that way because it is very risky. But I decided, and I said, let me just try. If I die, I die, because I'm trying to find something better for myself. So I went through that, and it went successfully, and it helped me through the period. It helped me. So that one challenge showed me that there is not limit. Like, you don't need to be some perfect conditions to start making impact. You just need commitment, consistency, and a bit of courage. Like, be courageous, girl. Wake up and go. Because why? Others are also human beings. Why are men going and you are not going? What's wrong with you? So that is one major challenge that I experienced, and it has strengthened me to where I am now. Thank you, Nancy.
Wow, wow, wow. Betty, can I remind you something?
Yes.
Okay, they normally say that what a woman can do, what a man can do, a woman can do it better. That is really, that is what it keeps me going, because you find that even sometimes when it comes to applying to some jobs, maybe they say that they look at the gender, like, who is this? The name suggests that this is a lady, and the other name suggests that this is a man. So you find that for you as a girl, they just they pack you, like wanakupack, wanakuweka hapo kando, wanasema you can't do it. But I'm here to encourage you today, Betty, and tell you that what a man can do, a woman can do it better. Yeah, you see, you gained that courage and said, no, I must go, despite the fact of the topography of the place, and maybe the place being so in a wilderness place. Like, maybe you said, I can't go because maybe there are some wild animals and some other kawoga ile kidogo ulikuwa nayo, but you said, no, I must go, and yes, and you went. So I just love that courage. So women, we can do it. I want that power. Let's all say that we can do it. So that shows a lot of strength and courage. I really respect that, Betty. Thank you, and I like that. Back to our Milka, our third guest. Yes. Was there a time when you doubted yourself? I know doubts are there. Sometimes I even doubt myself, or your abilities. You doubted yourself, or maybe you doubted your abilities. Yes, I know it is there. So how did you navigate that season and regain the confidence? I want to hear a story like what Betty said.
Okay, thank you, Nancy. Yes, there was a very real session of self-doubt. I think many people don't talk enough about how heavy that session can be. I doubted myself mostly when I compared my life with others. Friends, friends moving ahead, people achieving milestones faster. Alafu sasa social media ikafanya mambo ikakuwa wasi. Unaona campus friends wako tuligraduate pamoja, wamepata job, life yao imemove on, then you are there. I remember asking myself, kwani niko na shida gani? Nimeroka au nini? Why am I not there yet? That session was so painful. But I thought of me something important. Confidence doesn't come from achievement. It's come from self-trust. Regain confidence wasn't overnight. It came through a small steps. Praying, resting, and something like crying sometimes. I had to unlearn the idea that my worth is tied to productivity. Being in a supportive spaces where growth is encouraged, not judged. Like Project Trinity helped me heal and rebuild confidence. Thank you, Nancy.
Wow, Milka, you talk about your life, you talk about your challenges, and it really makes me want to cry, because personally I've gone through a lot. When you talk about graduating, I completed my studies, and I can tell you I graduated 3 years later. For me, by that time, I thought that was the end of my life. Yeah, I said, just like you said, kwani nimerogwa, nani ameniroga? But let me tell you, hakuna uchawi, hakuna kurogwa. It's just believing in yourself, and it's normal. So thank you for sharing that, Milka. That really shows how brave you are, and it takes courage. Just push through your doubts, and you know what? Just believe in God. We all have to believe that God is a supernatural God, superpower God. He has all the powers. He can do anything, anytime, any moment to you. So, to our viewers, whoever viewing this podcast today, everyone watching us from all over the world, don't forget to follow us at Project Trinity. We are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, and we have all other our social handles on LinkedIn. We have on Blue Skies and Instagram. So just stay tuned. There is more amazing about On Conversation coming to you. We are having our podcast every Wednesday. If you follow us, you will have some amazing conversation. So thank you to our viewers today. Now, allow me to move to our conversation. Let us talk about purpose. Let us talk about motivation and impact. So, back to our first guest, our incredible Mercy Jepto. Tell us, what keeps you motivated on days when things feel heavy? Unasikia uzito. Ni nini hiyo unahisi kwamba imekujaza roho, and when progress seems so slow?
Okay, thank you, Nancy. On days when things feel heavy or when progress feels slow, I remind myself why I started. I look back at how far I have come and remember that even small steps are still progress. What really keeps me going is purpose. Kuwa tena kwa Project Trinity reminds me that impact doesn't always happen overnight. A lot of the work is being the scenes, and sometimes you don't see results immediately. But knowing that the work is helping people and building something meaningful gives me strength, even on hard days. I also allow myself to slow down when I need to. I've learned that rest is not failure. Kuteleza si kuanguka. Take a purpose, help me rest and come back stronger. Sometimes motivation is not about pushing harder. It's about choosing not to give up. And honestly, encouragement from people around me, like friends, seeing others and Project Trinity stays committed and passionate, remind me that I'm not working things journey alone. So when things feel heavy, I hold on purpose, community, and believe that slow progress is still progress. And that keeps me moving forward.
Hey, our listeners, did you hear what this incredible lady said? She just said kuteleza sio kuanguka. Oh, I love it. Mercy, kuteleza sio kuanguka. That is really motivating. I just love it. That is very strong mindset, Mercy. And it's really inspiring to hear. It's like we are talking about motivating it's like we are talking about motivating ourselves today. Like, this is like a girl talk, and whoever listening today, I think you should not turn off your you should have enough data to listen to the conversation, today's conversation. It's really motivating. Yes. And now, but Betty, in what ways do you think your journey or skills, or maybe have impacted the people around you or around your community? I know you have some incredible things to talk to these people who are watching us and listening to us today?
I can say I think uh, my journey, my skills, or my work has helped people see possibility where there used to be doubt. Basically, I think here I'm specifically going to talk about Project Trinity. um, the skills, whether it is the digital skills, supporting research. For example, the field work we went about the soil testing around the community. So it has been, I think, around from April to December, around 6 months. And so far, we have got a lot of feedback from the farmers. They are saying that let them come back, because the recommendations we gave them have worked, and they have the maize farmers are now harvesting in my community, and the potato farmers say their yield have been improving. So basically, I can say someone can say initially they could say this is not for people like me. Like, how can I do this? I did not learn about soil testing, but now they are saying, why not me? Give me, I do it. And on the same note, uh, what I hear from my community around, not my own story, but our regional director, Marco Cheseto. You know, people always discuss, like, where are you going? You are going to Cheseto's place? Did Cheseto bring that thing? Actually, the Cheseto we know. The Cheseto who grew up in a top. Like, they really doubt. But as time goes by, they came to learn that this is real. Project Trinity is real, and by the inspiration of Marco Ceseto, they now believe in themselves. Like, if Marco could do that, why not us? Why not my neighbor's son? Why not my neighbor's daughter? Everyone can do it because uh, like of the impact this has brought to the community. I can testify that in this community space, even in the whole of Tapach ward, even in Kenya, there's nothing that has happened before like this. So big up to our regional director and all those who support Project Trinity. Thank you.
Yes. To our listeners, I think you just heard something about soil testing. You might be asking yourself what we are doing here at Project Trinity. We really learn a lot, despite the skills that we learn, like cybersecurity and others. We also learn about soil testing. And that one is really incredible here, because our guest Betty just mentioned about our farmers giving positive feedback. That is really true. The last 2 days, there was a farmer. We went to his farm. We did some soil testing and we gave out some recommendation, like this is what we need to do. So I can testify. 2 days ago, there is this farmer who brought me some potatoes, and for the sake of the family, for the sake of entire family of Project, and is saying that thank you so much for the offer, for the skills you gave me, and I really appreciate. That is the truth. So I just want to tell all our listeners or our viewers who are viewing us today, whoever person who is in Top or even in Kapenguria, we can come to you. We have the best recommendations for your farm. So usizubae hapo, and yet we are here. We can offer the best services for you. So thank you, Betty. That is really inspiring. And to our regional director who is in abroad, thank you so much, Mr. Cheseto, for that. And it's really helping our community. Yes, back to our guest, Milka. What is one important lesson your life experiences have taught you that you believe more people need to hear? Yes, let us hear from you.
Okay, that one lesson I wish more people understood is this. You are you are allowed to grow on your own pace. Life is not a race. Everyone is fighting a battle we don't see. Just because your journey is slower doesn't matter, it's wrong. We have just to trust the process. Society pushes timelines. Marriage by this age, career by that age, lakini life haifanyi kazi hivyo. When you learn to honor your process, life becomes lighter. This is something Project Trinity emphasizes. Meeting people where they are, not where society expects them to be. Comparison steals joy and clarity. Thank you.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Milka, for that incredible advice. So let's go back to reflection and advice. If I can start with our guest, Mercy. If you had the chance to speak to your younger self today, just assume huyu ni wewe. That is one-on-one talk. Yeah, you have that chance to speak your younger self today. What advice or encouragement would you give her, that younger you?
Okay, Nancy, huyu ni mimi. If I could speak to my younger self today, I could tell her, Mercy, it's okay to take your time. You are not late, and you don't need to rush to meet other people's expectations. I would remind her, Mercy, that life doesn't always follow a straight line. There will be delays, doubts, and moments of doubters, and that's normal. What matters is staying true to yourself and continue to grow even when things feel uncertain. I would also tell myself to trust the journey and value the small steps. Also, being part of Project Trinity, siwezi sahau hiyo sasa, has shown me that impact isn't always fast or flashy. Real change takes patience, consistency, and care for others. That's something I could want to my younger self to know. Progress and contributions matter more than speed. Finally, I would encourage myself to be kind and not compare my journey with anyone else. Celebrate my wins, learn for challenges, and remember that every experience is shaping the person I am becoming. So, my advice would be simple: slow down, trust yourself, and focus on growth and purpose. And let people and programs like Project Trinity inspire and guide you along the way. Project Trinity to the world.
Hey, Mercy, what do you have today? You really have the best of the advices that each and everyone would wish to hear. So for me, if I could talk to Nancy, the younger Nancy, I don't know if I could say these sweet things you're telling yourself. For me, I could just say, hey Nancy, ipo siku tutafika. Yeah, that is all. Because even the Bible tells us, jitie nguvu, Mungu yupo pamoja nawe. If I could tell Milka to sing that song, Milka could sing it so nice. And it is just a way of encouraging ourselves. So Mercy, that is really sweet of you. And it's really a good advice. It is very simple and it is very meaningful. So Mercy, I just love it. Thank you so much, Mercy. And now, Betty, back to you. What guidance would you offer to someone who feels stuck? That person amegwama, ako overwhelmed, or unsure about their next step in life. Ni nini unaweza ambia huyo msee?
Okay. Mtu umegwama. Let me talk to you. First of all, you are not broken. You are just a human being going through what others go. I could advise you like this. Don't wait to have everything figured out. You have to start small, start messy, start scared, and The movement will create clarity. Every one tiny step forward is better than standing still. Ukisimama hapo the whole day na mtu amemake 3 steps, that person will be ahead of you. Wache kufikiria usiku mzima, saa 8 usiku unafikiria, unaanza kusema siku hizi niko na mashetani silali. Kumbe ni overthinking. Stop overthinking. Amka ufanye kazi. Amka ufikirie vile utafanya maisha yako isonge mbele. There is nothing that can make you broken forever. It is your decision. Can you change your mindset? That's what I could advise someone who is stuck and doesn't know the next step that they can take in their lives. Thank you.
Wewe, mambo imechemuka. Mambo imechemuka huku podcast. The three ladies, you are showing me things. Mnanionyesha mambo. You are telling us mambo sijawahi sikia. I really feel motivated, Betty. And so you can make a good motivational speakers. In our youth, in our time when we were in high school, we could see some motivational speakers coming to our schools talking to us. Yes, you can do it. Stop sleeping. Yes, we need to see those results. So much, Betty, I think we need to hire you one of these fine days and take you to our Elaskana school, talk to our younger boys and girls over there. Yes. So thank you so much, Betty. I really feel overwhelmed about this. So Milka, you are there. You remember there was a verse we used to read together with you last week saying, it was Peter chapter, I don't know, you can remind me. It says that stop overthinking. Stop overthinking because I'm here for you. So I think whoever has that verse, you can remind us, just drop it over there. So Milka, what mindset shift or personal habit has helped you to grow the most, or both personally and professionally?
Okay, thank you, Nancy. The biggest mindset shift for me was learning to give myself grace. Nilikuwa najikosea sana. Every mistake felt like failure. Now I see mistakes as a lesson. Journaling helped me a lot. Writing things down, seeing patterns, realizing emotions. Another habit is learning to say no. It's funny. Saying no is not being selfish. It's self-respect. Growth doesn't mean doing more. Sometimes it means doing less, but doing it intentionally. That's something I appreciate about Project Trinity approach to growth, intentional, human, and sustainable. Thank you.
That's sweet of you, Milka. It's called self-talk. I don't know how I can put it in English. English is not my mouth. English ilikuja na mdomo, ilikuja na meli, si mdomo chetu. Now, thank you. Let's now dive into personal and light moment. Back to our guest, Mercy. So, Mercy, outside of work and responsibilities, what help you relax? What help you recharge or feel grounded?
Asante sana, Nancy. Outside of work and responsibilities, I like to do things that help me slow down and feel grounded. For me, simple moments make a big difference, like listening to music, spending time outdoors, spending time near waterfall, or just taking a quiet moment to reflection. Bila kusahau Project Trinity has also taught me that value of connections. Talking to others, sharing ideas, and seeing the positive impact in communities help me to feel inspired and balanced. It reminds me why I do what I do and keep me motivated even when life feels busy. I've learned that rest and reflection sio kupoteza muda. They help me recharge my energy, focus on what matters, and come back to my work and goals with a clear mind. So for me, relaxing isn't just about stopping work. It's about taking care of my mind, my spirit, and staying connected to purpose and community. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, Mercy. Inaitwa kujiita mkutano. You call yourself a meeting. You make sure in that meeting you are the moderator, you are the note taker, you are the treasurer of that meeting. And once you talk to yourself, you get the best advice you've never got. So thank you. That is very simple and very effective way to feel better. For me, if I don't talk to someone, I will never feel better. I will never relax. So I don't know for you, my viewers and our listeners. So to Betty, I can see we have very minimal time. Let's just rush very fast. So Betty, when life gets busy, how do you intentionally create balance, protect your space?
Okay, I've learned that balance doesn't mean everything is calm. It just means I know when to pause. Sometimes that is stepping away from my laptop. Sometimes it is saying no without explaining myself. And sometimes it is doing absolutely nothing and not feeling guilty about it. So right now, I can protect my own peace, and protecting my own peace is a skill. But I'm still practicing the skill. I'm not perfect because uh, as time goes by, different things come along the way. So we have to adapt to the new things and try to balance. So I'm still practicing. Mimi bado ni mwanafunzi wa hizi mambo ya kubalance.
Okay, thank you. For the little things that bring me joy comes from simple things. Kwanza tukia hapa pod, that deep conversation we have to each other, louder, quiet moments, nature, and being around people who allow me to be myself. Even in demanding sessions, I protect those moments. Joy is not something you wait for after sometimes. Joy is fuel. Bila joy, you are burnout. Community spaces like Project 20 remind us that joy can exist even while we are still becoming. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Milka, for that wonderful response. Now, as we close or as we wind up, this is a closing reflection to each and every one of us. So, Mercy, our incredible guest, as we wrap up, as we end, tukifunga, what final message or thought would you like to leave with our listeners or our viewers today?
Okay, thank you, Nancy. As we wrap up, I would like to leave this thought with my listeners. Give yourself grace and trust your journey. Someone will help me to cite that word in Kiswahili. Life is not a race, and growth doesn't not always happen on a straight path. Be patient with yourself, stay true to your value, and focus on what really matters. Being part of Project Trinity also has reminded me that even small steps and consistent effort can make a big difference, not just in your life, but in the life of others. So take your time, keep learning, keep showing up, and remember that progress, no matter how small it is, stay international, stay kind to yourself, and keep believing in your purpose. Thank you.
Yes, that is very inspiring, Mercy. Believe in yourself. Just know who you are and what you are doing and know where you are heading to. Thank you so much, Mercy. So, Betty, give us a takeaway or an encouragement that you would like our audience to remember from this conversation.
Naam dada, kabla tuseme kwa heri, I would love people to remember this. Your background does not limit your future. Where you start is not where you have to end. No matter what, like your ideas matter and the work you do also matters. So you can live, including you can live in your own, and you can even change your future. Like you can start now because we are all adults. Your journey begins now, and in the future you don't know what will happen. So different backgrounds can come into different things. Thank you.
Betty, that is very meaningful message to everyone. Each and everyone is daring to hear. So, Milka, give us just one word of inspiration or advice that you would like to share with anyone listening right now.
Okay, thank you. To anyone listening and feeling lost behind or pressured, please hear this. You are not late. You are becoming. Just trust yourself. Trust the process. Don't let noise silence your inner voice. Life is not about having it all figured out. It's about staying true to who you are, even as you grow. And if you can find or create safe space like Project Trinity along the way, the journey becomes lighter. Asanteni sana.
Hey, I'm so happy and to our incredible and amazing guest, the ladies in the talk today. Thank you so much, Mercy. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Milka, and for sharing our incredible stories and wisdom today. And a big thank you to all our listeners, to all our viewers. We loved having you with us today. So as I wind up, so remember to follow Project Trinity on Facebook. Remember to follow Project Trinity on LinkedIn, Blue Sky, and Instagram for updates, for best updates you have never got. So behind the scenes content and more inspiring conversational. So stay motivated, stay empowered, and see you in the next episodes. I am your moderator, Nancy Chebet. Thank you so much.